Channel 92.
You're watching K34QB.
Good morning. It's Thursday, March 14th. Kim and I are going to be teaming up here in the kitchen today. We've got talk with the Elephant Learning to see what that's all about, and also an author of a children's book called Cranking Book. And of course, we're going to take a look at that local weather because we've got a little bit of snowfall overnight, and it's added some base to those beautiful, beautiful slopes out there between Vail and Beaver Creek. Hour one of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. Coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Well, we've got a little bit of snow coming down outside. It came overnight, added a little bit of base out there in the mountains. We're going to take a look and see what's going on outside with your local weather. Getting up today, 26 degrees, a high today of 40 degrees. So still getting up into those 40s, even though we got that snowfall. 60% chance of snowfall throughout the day. And those winds are going to pick up just a little bit out of the east, northeast to 10 to 15 miles an hour. So a little bit of blowing of snow that came down because it's going to continue to snow a little bit this morning. Got 26 at 8 a.m., 34, 36 at 4 p.m. So moderate temperatures out there. It is looking like spring out there, feeling a little bit like spring, but it's good to get a little nice blanket of snowfall out on the Vail and Beaver Creek Mountains. Looking at the I-70 corridor, 34 degrees in Denver and snowfall, 40 in snow in Vail, 42 in Avon, and 44 in Eagle, with a high percentage of snowfall here this morning and throughout the day. Tonight we're going to see a low of 20 degrees, some snowfall still coming down. Snowfall 40% throughout the evening, so we're going to see some scattered snow showers in and out of the evening to add some more to what we've received last night. We're going to get a little bit this morning. This 5-day looks absolutely incredible. Friday, Saturday looks like some snowfall there, and again, those temperatures looking very nice out there. 45, 48 degrees respectively on Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday 47 degrees. Monday we're going to take a peek at those 50-degree temperatures and add some little spring break feel to the weather out there. Now, we've seen 5 inches over the last 24 hours in Beaver Creek, last 48 hours, 6 inches, 242-inch season total, base depth of 65 inches out there in Beaver Creek. 25 lifts are spinning, 166 trails are open, and that is 100% of the terrain over there in Beaver Creek. As we slide over to Vail Mountain, 5 inches in the last 24 hours, 7 inches in the last 48, 246-inch season total for Vail Mountain. That adds a 67-inch base depth, so we're staying in that 67, 68 range with the base depth, even though we've had some of those warmer temperatures out there. 32 lifts are spinning at Vail Mountain, 278 trails are open, and we have that 100% over there in Vail open as well. Kim, what do you think about that?
I think it's
What are you thinking about that?
I am thinking it's pretty exciting, and I'm ready to try and get a little bit more powder in before the season starts to melt.
It's nice as we get to the tail end here to get some of these great snowfall.
It's true.
Oh.
It's true. Well, you had some adventures and got to experience some of the Sunshine State. A little bit of a break of the winter. How was it?
Yeah, it was great. Got to go down, see the parents in Florida, do some things down there. It was nice. Still not as warm as we anticipated, and so I'm sure some of those spring breakers, they don't care. They just don't even care.
It's spring break, check the box. I know we've got a lot of visitors in the Vail Valley right now as well because of spring break. So.
Yeah, all over the place. We've got a lot of people from Midwest I've seen in and out of the town. Some Midwest license plates, a few Iowa, Indiana. So, and then a lot of visitors in the hotels and out there skiing.
It's true. Well, Kevin, you know what today is?
I don't.
It's Pie Day.
It's my favorite day.
It is so great. Do you happen to know what the actual numerical value of pi is?
Yeah, 3.14167 something. It continues on.
He's getting it. He's getting it. Well, we'll have some fun in the kitchen as we talk about that and other things coming up. So grab that cup of coffee, and we will be right back after this quick break.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. We'll see you next time. Hi friends, welcome to a little behind the scenes. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and I'm so excited to be part of the team at TV8 in Vail. I love the outdoor lifestyle here, I love the arts and culture, and I love being part of this community. My show is called Vail Vibes with Avisha, where I tell you about all the amazing activities going on here in Vail and surrounding areas all year round.
Good morning, Vail.
It's Pie Day.
Pie Day.
You know, this is a fun holiday. Do you have a favorite pie?
I actually have a favorite pie. It's key lime pie.
A key lime
It
pie.
is
Oh,
my
I
favorite.
wonder why he said that.
Yeah. And I can't say cheesecake. I love cheesecake, but it's cake.
Yeah, it's
Not a
true.
pie.
It's true. Sometimes you can make a graham cracker crust for a cheesecake,
Or
but it's
crust.
not the same. So we are making a key lime pie, and this is honestly one of the easiest recipes for a key lime pie.
Well, we'll be the judge of that.
Well, we will be the judge of that. It involves sour cream, sweetened condensed milk, obviously lime juice. You can use regular limes if you don't have key lime, but we do have key limes
you gotta
here.
use key limes.
You have to. You know, it just makes it a little bit of a different taste, and then also the zest of the key lime. So very simple recipe. You can make your own graham cracker crust, but
But we cheated.
We cheated today.
Yeah.
Because
Or we could say, no, we made it, put in this lovely pie pan.
You know, we really did. We were really great at crushing it all together and pressing it into the pie pan. So this is going to be a really fun and easy recipe. We need 28 ounces of sweetened condensed milk.
Okay, we got that.
We're going to go
Right
ahead
here.
and open those, and we're going to pour them here into our giant mixing bowl. And we're also going to make the whipped cream from scratch. So it's going to be so fun.
Shut the gondola door.
Shut the gondola door. It's going to be great, and it's going to be easy. So we've got a half a cup of light sour cream, and then we need 3/4 of a cup of the lime juice. And so we've got a fun little lime
Kevin's
juice
going to be
mixer.
squeezing some lime juice, I take it.
Kevin's going to be squeezing some lime juice. He's going to be mixing it up. And
The official squeezer of
do you want to be the official
TV8?
squeezer, and
Yeah.
I can scrape the?
Why don't you do that?
Yeah, let's do
I'm
that.
going to need to get
We'll do
started on these things.
A little switcheroo here.
'Kay.
So yeah, the sweetened condensed milk is very different. You know, it's just basically sugar and milk, but it's been kind of cooked down, and it's just easier to buy it from the grocery store. You could try to make it on your own, but what's the point?
What's the point?
You know, these cans usually come in about 14 ounces, so we've got 2 cans here, and we need 28 ounces for this key lime pie. Now, if you're doing a filling on the key lime pie, it's usually like a 9-inch pie pan, and it should give you just enough to fill it all the way to the top of your pie. So pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
So
see if
do you
we
feel
get
like
the
you're
measurements right.
you're still back in Florida, Kevin?
I do. I just smell these key limes.
You know, I think I'm in the mood for a tropical vacation. You know, last week we made the whole orange blender cake. That was fun.
That was fun. That was a
It was
blast.
actually quite delicious. That was a viral TikTok recipe, which we had never tried before.
Never thought it would work in a million years, and it did.
And it did.
It did.
It was pretty great. You know what? This sweetened condensed milk definitely gets a little bit sticky at times, so just be aware of that when you're popping open your
Sweet,
can.
sticky.
Everything you need for a dessert, right? Yeah, I would say so. But you know, Kevin, you're crushing
I know.
the juicing game of these key limes.
I've been told that before.
But you know, if you don't
juicer.
have the key limes, that's okay too. You can use regular limes. You can actually also use lime juice. But we're being as close to authentic as we can be in this process. Now, Kevin, have you ever made a graham cracker crust from scratch?
You know, I can't say that I have.
It's really quite simple.
Yeah?
You know,
I bet you use graham crackers.
You use graham
One
crackers.
ingredient, main.
You use about 6 tablespoons of melted butter,
Okay.
some sugar. You blend it all together, pour it in, and then
And voila.
And voila, and you put it into the oven. But you know it's different. It's actually you bake it at about 375 if we were to make this from scratch.
Okay.
So sweetened condensed milk's looking great. Now here's the interesting part. We're actually going to add sour cream to this key lime pie mixture.
Okay.
And the sour cream gives it a nice like fluffy, and I would say almost lighter than using cream cheese or something along those lines. And I prefer the sour cream over the cream cheese just because it's a lighter consistency than the density of some cream cheese.
Well, have at it.
There we go.
Have
Great.
at it.
So we would use about a half a cup, but we'll kind of guesstimate here what that would look like as we are putting this sour cream into
Now, how many
our
ounces
mixer.
of this lime juice do I need?
We need about 3/4
before I
of
get
a cup.
arthritis in my hands. I'll never play the piano again.
Always make Kevin do the
Yeah.
the manual labor in the
great
kitchen here.
time here.
We need about 3/4 of a cup, but you're doing
Hey, I'm
great.
getting there.
You are. Well, you continue to do that. I'm going to actually scoop my sour cream into our measuring cup here. But yeah, so pie. It's an infinite number.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Are you a math guy?
I wouldn't say I'm a math guy, but I know what the numbers were, obviously, from the quiz that you gave me earlier.
Continue to go on and on and
Yeah.
on. You know, I was looking up different regions have different pies that are specific to them. That was pretty cool.
Huh.
Yeah, Colorado.
Can you recall a few of them?
I can. We got the Palisade peach pie in Colorado.
yeah.
That's a big one.
That's
and
a
then
big one.
obviously, if you're on the East Coast or in the South, pecan pie is usually number one. I know.
Is it pecan or pecan?
You know, I had this discussion yesterday. I say pecan. What do you say?
Pecan.
Pecan. You know, I think it's indicative of where you're from, really.
I don't know.
You know?
Yeah.
So we're going to continue to fill up the sour cream, mix it in there. Kevin, you are doing a great job. And then
I'm on key lime number 475.
maybe we should have used real limes. That would have gone a lot faster.
Should have, yeah. We'll see you tomorrow. Tune in.
Tune in
next
tomorrow
Monday.
for part 2.
have bandages on my hands and a splint.
And a split. Oh my goodness. So I've got all of my sour cream mixed in here, and you can see we've got 2 cans, about 14 ounces of that sweetened condensed milk. Then we've got about 1/2 of a cup of the sour cream. So it's looking good to me. And I'm going to go ahead and start mixing that while you continue.
Why don't you go ahead and start mixing
Hey,
that?
why don't I go ahead and start mixing that while Kevin is continuing to juice these key limes.
I'll be able to hold a pen for a week.
You know, we're just over here having some fun
Yep.
in the kitchen. At least I'm having fun. Poor Kevin is not. But while he's continuing to do that, so it's lime zest. You've got the lime juice, and then I'll actually go ahead and zest up some lime into our mixture here. And it's okay if it's a little bit chunky. You know, texture is fine.
Is it okay?
I think it's okay. You know, that's my personal opinion.
Maybe if it's
So-
a pecan pie.
I do like a good pecan pie.
There was a place, and I wish I could recall the name, when I was in Savannah, Georgia. Oh my gosh.
I love
Pecan pie
Savannah,
there was
Georgia.
incredible.
Oh, I bet, you know, you are in the mecca of delicious southern sweetness.
Yep.
That's true. So Kevin, before you juice all of those limes, may I have 1 or 2 of them so I can start zesting?
There you go.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Great. I'm going to grab the cheese grater next to you. So if you don't have an actual zesting apparatus, you can use your cheese grater right here, and you can see that it's just easy.
Yeah.
Nice and
It's going to be a
simple.
little more coarse than a regular zester, but that's not a bad thing.
It's really not, you know, it's totally okay. You can use really whatever you've got if you're trying to be resourceful. No need to like become a chef and add more to your
Oh no,
your,
let's add more. Let's
add more to your kitchen
How many
toolbox.
cups of this?
I think, you know, we're just going to keep going. We're going to juice all of the
is that what
limes
we're gonna
here.
do?
We
Okay.
are. So it's pretty great. You can see I'm just kind of holding it over my my mixture so far with the condensed milk. We're going to zest it up a little bit.
Adds a nice little color.
It does. It really does. You know,
Shamrock green.
we are approaching St. Patrick's
We're
Day,
approaching.
so we're making some key lime pie because green and also Pie Day. I mean, to me, it's the perfect combination.
Hey, they go hand in hand.
They really do.
Clover and clover.
Clover and clover. So we are zesting. I'm zesting it into here, and you can see it looks great. You've got the nice bright green of the key limes. You can use a regular lime again if you don't have this or
Yeah.
don't have access to key limes. Regular limes are just as good. Looking great. And we're just gonna juice up all of the limes that we've got here. So even though I'm zesting this, I'm gonna give this lime back to Kevin so he can continue juicing.
That's what I need. One more lime to zest.
At least this one will be a little bit easier, maybe. You know what I like to do ahead of time too, if I have time, I always like to kind of roll on my citrus fruit just to kind of like get the juices flowing
Yeah, nobody
before
cares.
I cut it before I cut it open, all of that, right? And so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and continue. I'm gonna do the last little bit of zesting here.
Yeah, you've worked this one over pretty
I
well.
told you I was going to.
The amount of juice that's going to flow from this one. You do 10 pies.
It's true. It's really gonna
We
be
could do
nice.
3.14 pies.
We got to 3.14 pies. Oh man, oh man. You know, I actually loved working with pie when I was doing math in school. when I was
Really?
learning
Why?
math.
Let's
I
hear
don't
this
know. I just
story.
thought it was kind of cool.
This'll
I
get us-
like to draw it. I was kind of a bit of a math nerd, and I liked how things looked. So I love to write the pie out. So I mean, I think the zesting is looking pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
it really is up to you, kind of, and that's what's great about this recipe is you want to make sure that you've got the sweetened condensed milk right and the sour cream right.
Right?
And then
That
everything else.
consistency part.
And then, yeah, then that's exactly right. Everything else can kind of be up to what you choose to measure it out. So we're just about done.
Okay.
And once we get,
We,
I'm going to go ahead and
We are
stir
not.
this in. And while Kevin
You
is
are.
continuing to zest or juice, I think we're looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead and dump some of the juice in here.
oh, can we? Thank
yeah,
you.
we can. I think that
Don't know
looks
if I
great
can
to me.
grab the cup.
I can
Come on.
grab the cup
Here,
for
take
you.
this. Don't get the seeds in there. After I did all that work, and you're just going to dump everything in.
It's true.
For crying out
We're
loud,
just going
Kim.
to dump this beautiful
We're professionals, for
lime
God's
juice
sake.
into our pie. We're going to stir it up, and then when we're done, we're just going to pour it into our pie tin and pop it in the oven. So the oven is at 350 degrees, and the best part about this recipe is it only takes 10 minutes to bake, which is great. And then you want to let it cool for a bit before you start putting whipped cream or anything on it. But that's it. That's our recipe.
Simple.
Simple, very simple.
Simple.
So
Except for
28
this part of
ounces,
it.
28 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. You want about a half a cup of sour cream. Juice as many key limes as you can. A couple
With
zest
12
of
children to juice the mini
It's true.
limes.
Well, we're going to go ahead and pour it into our pie tin, pop it into the oven for about 10 minutes, and we'll let it cool, and we'll show you what it looks like when we come back out.
Be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Each week on The Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss The Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Good morning, Vail.
In honor of Pi Day, I had a conversation earlier this past year with the founder of Elephant Learning, which is a math learning app and game apparatus for students and for parents to really dig in and learn all things numbers. Let's take a look. Now, welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I am honored to be joined here on the couch because this is a very, very important topic. And with the rise of the COVID pandemic and before, kids are falling behind in their education, specifically in math, because they don't understand why they need to use it. And joining me today is Dr. Aditya Nagrath, who is the founder of Elephant Learning. How are you?
Hi, great. Thank you for having me.
So I mentioned, with the COVID pandemic, it's really, I think, heightened and highlighted education, and specifically around mathematics. And you are such an impressive person. And so how did you decide to come up with Elephant Learning?
Yeah, well, so we came up with Elephant Learning because we had done some research and we had found out that 4 out of 5 students start kindergarten unprepared for the kindergarten curriculum. And this happens completely along income lines. And the reason why is because the top 20% earners are able to send their children to preschool. And in preschool, they ensure that they meet the standard for counting to 10. But ultimately, that's what we learned, is that students were coming in and they didn't really understand counting to 10. And that was because that there's this gap between what the parent thinks counting to 10 is and what the standards say counting to 10 is.
And, you know, starting at such a young age and not being comfortable with that, it creates anxiety. So talk to me about mathematic anxiety and how it is a very much real thing.
Yeah, so like the stem of the mathematics anxiety is this idea of understanding that language of mathematics. So we focus on teaching the mathematics of language, or sorry, the language of mathematics. And so like when you don't understand the teacher and you're trying to just get through and get to the next level, whatever that is, anxiety starts to form because it looks like everyone around you understands this and you're supposed to know it, but like there's like this imposter syndrome starting to form. And it's kind of maybe the basis of where it all comes from.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to let your teacher down. And then on top of that, you want to seem like you're keeping up with everybody in the classroom. So then that anxiety just starts to compound as you get older and you learn more and you move through the school system and the curriculum. Now, elephant learning, very impressive. So you have a background in computer programming. You learned the C++ language at the age of 14.
Yeah.
So naturally, you moved into this application development process. So what inspired it? How did you create elephant learning? Tell me all about it.
Sure. What we inherited was a program that was funded by the National Science Foundation and partly by the Toyota Foundation. And it had activities for 4 and 5-year-olds. These activities help demonstrate the concepts to the students. So like think about it like teaching the colors. You have to show a student red things, and then they have to infer that red refers to the color. So you show them a red truck, a red ball, a red whatever, and you're labeling it red truck, red ball, etc. So they learn that red refers to the color. In the same way, like we teach the quantities, it's same thing that parents would do. How many fingers am I holding up? Or can you give me 6 things? And then from there, we teach them the operations. And again, they have to kind of live with it. So like, give me 5 things, give me 4 more things. How many do I have now? It's the idea of 5 plus 4. So through these activities, they actually learn the language of mathematics, and then they understand the teacher better in the classroom because they have a experience or a reference point to think back to when they look at the written mathematics.
And so, you know, oftentimes with math, you're just doing it, you're executing it, and that's it. You don't think about the why or whatnot. And so through your program, you're able to kind of like appreciate and initiate that conversation as well.
Yeah, so like the real thing that they're getting out of it is this ability to see when do I use these operations to solve problems. And that's what's most important, because if you've memorized your multiplication tables, but you can't use multiplication to solve a real life problem or a word problem, then multiplication is absolutely useless to you. Even if you're memorizing the mnemonic, right? In real life, when the multiplication problem shows up, you don't have a mnemonic. So really, we make math useful for the student.
Yeah, so speaking of students, how many students have worked through your program? You've been in business 7 years, so very impressive. Tell me all about it.
So over the last 7 years, we've had over 150,000 students go through our system. We ran a research study on 56,000 students, and what we found was that on average, they learned 1.67 years of math over the course of 13 weeks. They used it just under 40 minutes per week. Our initial study had them learning about 1.5 years of math over the course of 10 weeks, using it just under 30 minutes per week. So those numbers, they basically line up. So we're reproducing the experiment over and over again.
And that's great. And so you mentioned 1.5 years of math, so that just boosts them 1.5 years up into the grade level that they should be, or maybe above if they're doing really well.
Right. Well, we focus on the essential topics. And yeah, when you teach it as a language, they're able to pick it up a little bit faster. They might not be able to execute the operations with fluency is what they call it, like speed, right? But they're able to execute it. So that's, in modern society, that's like better, because you can always pull out a calculator and you could always execute it if you could figure out which are the operations that you need to run. But then ultimately, again, we actually make the math useful to the student because they're able to use it.
So Dr. Aditya, tell me about the rise of smartphones. You know, people are relying on their smartphones for any kind of answers, so mathematic calculations specifically. I love the idea that you have an app and you're able to teach people. So what are you seeing from a kid's perspective? You know, how many kids, like what's the average age? Do you feel like they're learning a little bit better? Tell me more.
Right, so we cover from counting through algebra. And we've had students of almost all ages because like if you're struggling with upper level mathematics, typically there's a misconception in algebra or earlier. The average age might be 7 or 8 years old, but that's because the range is wide. And I think that like the most amazing thing is that we have students that come in, they don't like mathematics, they don't like math in the classroom. And then they use our system, and then after being able to understand what's happening in the classroom, now mathematics is engaging to them because they're able to participate in the classroom. The games themselves, again, there are activities that like are demonstrating the concepts, like give me 5 things, give me 4 more things, how many do I have now? Or, you know, like for multiplication, we have rows or groups of items. So like each group has 7, and you can see there's 4 groups. How many things do we have? And there's curtains that ensure that like they just can't count them up.
Oh, good.
So like,
Good.
what we do then is that like these activities, they're not really hiding the math, but they feel like a puzzle game to the student, and a lot of students start to engage with it.
And it really just increases their confidence in the classroom. I love that.
Yeah, and it builds problem-solving skills, and then also it builds intuition into this idea of induction. So like that's the idea that what's true on smaller numbers is also true on larger numbers. So that's what we do is we go through the operations and we kind of start with small numbers and we may move them up so that they see it working through small to larger numbers.
Great. So talk to me about parent involvement in elephant learning. You know, where can they go for more information? How do they get involved in making sure that their kids are really learning and utilizing your tools?
Sure.
Yeah.
So like for the parent, we have these dashboards, and the dashboards tell the parent what the student's working on, where there might be struggles, so if they needed to focus, they could. And also like what activities you could be doing outside of the system to reinforce those same ideas. Like when we determine that they're ready for fluency with addition or multiplication, we might give you card games to play so that you're multiplying and you're building that speed and that memorization. But after they've understood it, so they understand why they're doing it. But basically, to get started, they could just go to elephantlearning.com. You put in your email address, and that's the way to get started. From there, you can download an app onto the tablet of the student. But yeah, everything's available basically through website and through app.
Awesome. Now, I think it's so important, and it's a great way to bond with your child, too. So I love that you have a parent side of it that can really make sure that things are happening.
We have coaching videos that show, like, how could you work with the student. We typically recommend the Y method. And we give this out for free, so I've said this on podcasts before, but basically what it is you let the student answer incorrectly, and then you ask them, why do you think that's the right answer? So it's kind of like asking them to show their work. But like for kind of the younger students, the why is around the language. So when the student tells you why, you're going to be able to see what is it that they don't understand and what is the language you need to clarify. Or if you just need to give them a hint so that they get that aha moment.
I love that. So talk to me about the results. What results
Sure.
are you seeing?
Yeah, well, on average, again, students are learning years of mathematics over the course of several months, using it just 10 minutes a day, 10 to 20 minutes a day. And I mean, they go into the classroom, they feel more confident, they start to say that I actually do enjoy math class, they start to see the usefulness of math in everyday life, they start talking about it with their parents. So like, yeah.
It's just a great, so 1.5 years, they can increase it in about 12 to 13 weeks.
Yeah.
Their knowledge base is great.
Yeah, again, we focus on the essential topics as a language. The goal was, can I get them to understand the teacher in the classroom so that we could fill that gap? Because what we did see was that over time, the education system in America works for those top 20% income earners. And this makes sense because if you came into the education system able to understand the teacher, then the education system is effective.
Yeah.
So then the question is how can we make it effective for everyone?
Yeah, how can you provide supplemental income that's, or not income, but supplemental education that's fun?
Right.
Absolutely.
Supplemental education that could then make it so that when they participate in the classroom, it's useful.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Now, tell us where we can go for more information and find out any other details that we need to know.
Sure. Everything's on our website, elephantlearning.com. If you find us on Facebook, you can DM us. I think Instagram also works. But yeah, like just contact us, email us at support@elephantlearning.com. We're happy to answer any questions, but almost everything's on our website.
Awesome. Well, Dr. Aditya, thank you so much for coming on the show. I love your passion and your knowledge. It's so impressive to see the research that you put into this and just the passion you have to help elevate education and the school system. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. We have a lot more here on this next episode, so we'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
TV8 te brinda la mejor programación en español todos los días. Sintoniza Conexión Latina los lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde con repeticiones los fines de semana. Además, te presentamos nuestro nuevo programa Sabores y Creaciones, donde hemos juntado tus recetas y manualidades favoritas en un solo lugar los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Y por último, disfruta de Daily Flash Latino, con noticias y entretenimiento en tendencia los sábados a las 7 de la tarde. Te esperamos por el canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina, nuestro canal de YouTube TV8 Vail Good Morning Vail o nuestra página web tv8vail.com.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. We had a little bit of snowfall out there last night. Be careful because a little wet roads plus some cooler temperatures and then some snowfall kind of can create a little hazard out there. So just be careful where you're going. Make sure you scrape the snow off those windows so you have clear vision, because vision is precision when you're out there on the slopes or on the roadways. Looking at the weather, 26 degrees getting up today, a high of 40 degrees, 60% chance of snowfall. The wind east-northeast, 10 to 15 miles an hour. So some of that snow came down. 10 to 15 miles an hour can create some blowing snow issues, so just be careful again out there on the roadways. Vail by the hour shows things starting to warm up just about that 3 o'clock hour, and then starting to cool back down with a little bit of snowfall early here in the morning. I-70 corridor, 34 degrees in snowfall in Denver. Vail has 40 degrees. Avon, 42 degrees and 44 degrees in Eagle, with snowfall still coming down out there. So getting up this morning, had a lot of snowfall out there on the roadways and still coming down as I was on the way into the studio today. Tonight, gonna low 20 degrees, so get a little bit cooler tonight. Again, with that warmer temperature, that little bit of that snow will melt. Then it'll freeze up, and again, just be careful out on those roadways. Snowfall percentage tonight, 40%, so see some scattered snow showers throughout the evening, and again, those winds the same, east-southeast, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Looking at the 5-day, even better, we've got a little reprieve, only 20% chance of snowfall tomorrow, but then Saturday, snowfall is going to roll in again. We're going to see those mild temperatures, 45 and 48 degrees on Saturday and Sunday. And then moving into Monday and Tuesday, we're going to see a peak into those 50s, so 50, 51 degrees. So it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful weekend to get out there and enjoy those slopes. Now, there's a great children's book out there called A Very Cranky Book. We're going to chat with the authors and learn a little bit more about this book.
Meet the world's crankiest book.
Go away!
This book does not want to go to story time.
I'm gonna count to 3.
He just wants to be left alone.
Do I have to spell it out for you? Walk away, keep walking, don't come back!
But when the other books show up for a story...
Wait!
Will Cranky change his mind?
I'll consider it.
A charming tale of a very cranky book who may not be so cranky after all.
You ready to meet the world's crankiest book? It's called A Very Cranky Book. Wow. Best-selling husband and wife team, Tony and Angela DiDolisi, about their playful, interactive tale, which makes this their first picture book collaboration. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning, James.
So, Angie, where did this idea come from as a cranky book? Are we talking about Tony or somebody else?
What are you talking about?
Perfect book for a Monday. Well, I think a very cranky book began with me feeling slightly cranky as I was maybe trying to come up with an idea for a new story. Sitting in my office, maybe I was thinking about all the Pixar movies I've seen where toys have feelings and fish have feelings and cars have feelings and feelings have feelings. And I looked over at the bookshelf and I wondered to myself, do books have feelings? And what if they feel like they don't want to be read? So that is where the seed for Cranky was born.
So, Tony, how did you two take it a little bit further from the seed?
We kind of discussed what that means. So, I mean, it's great. I think the idea was fantastic from the get-go that she had come up with. But then we were like, all right, if our daughter's cranky, why is she cranky? Or if we are cranky as adults, why are we cranky? And we don't always know. I think, as Ange said, sometimes, in case of Cranky, he just woke up on the wrong side of the bookshelf, And so I think we kind of talked that out. And then we were like, well, what would we want our daughter to know if she was cranky or when she was cranky? We'd want her to know that we still loved her, that it's just an emotion she's trying to work through, and that's okay. You're allowed to do that. And so I think when we had that breakthrough of, wait a second, there's support and caring on the other side of this emotion. That's the sentiment that we really felt was the final feeling we wanted the reader to feel after they put the book down. And that's always what your goal is with a story. It's like, how do you feel when you close the book, whether you're reading it on your own or mom and dad are reading it to you, or you're reading it at school.
So, Angela, does the cranky book ever get uncranky?
I mean, spoiler alert, maybe a little bit less cranky.
Spoiler alert, okay.
I can't say, I can't say he's going to shake the feeling 100%, but his friends do help him have a little bit of shift in mindset.
Yeah.
So what do you want our readers to take away from this, reading a very cranky book?
I grew up a reluctant reader. I grew up a reader who had difficulty with reading comprehension and listening comprehension. So for me, the most important thing is I want to create books that create connections.
Yeah.
Connections to the book, connections to those who are reading or sharing the books with them, and really just to imbue a love of reading and a love of stories. And if I can do that through writing a humorous story about a cranky book, that's my hope.
Yeah.
Tony?
I feel the same way. I mean, I always think humor is amazing. I remember at a very young age, my mom reading, the Winnie the Pooh stories to us kids and laughing at the episodes of the characters, and that shared moment of laughter over a book is very powerful. And so this is the type of story that I feel contains that same magic, that idea that an adult and a child can have a shared experience that's fun over reading. Well, that's gold. That's something you try to attain in writing these stories for young readers.
I've been speaking with best-selling husband and wife team Tony and Angela DiTerlizzi about their new book, A Very Cranky Book. It really sounds like me in the morning when I haven't had my Starbucks, but that's another story. Tony and Angela, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. When you host a show called Glitz and Glam, like Gretchen does, you've got to look your best, and especially those eyelashes. Well, Gretchen stepped over at the Vail Lashes, and they did some work. Let's take a look and see.
I'm so excited to be here with my good friend Nikki Mills in the beautiful space in Avon, Colorado, Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa. How are you doing, Nikki?
Excellent. Thanks so much for coming back in.
I am so excited. I have to be honest, I come here at least once a week. It's a true story. I love the spray tans. I love the facials. I love that you can get Botox. I can get all my cosmetic needs here and so much more. Nikki, tell us kind of what your favorite things to do are here, because I know it's a medical spa. So what do you have to offer?
Well, one of my favorite things to do on you, Gretchen, is your brows.
Yes. Oh, how did I forget that? That's my main moment, are my eyebrows.
Yes, you've had, let's see, brow lamination with me.
Yep.
Hennas.
Yes.
And tinting.
Waxing.
Shaping.
We've done the whole thing.
Yes.
And I get stopped for my eyebrows. That's a true story. Do you know that? All the time people are like, I love the big, thick eyebrow. It's very glamorous and glitzy.
You are very special and you are glamorous, that's for sure.
I would like to thank you for making me look this way because I love coming in this space. It's brand new. I can't wait to show everyone around. It's beautiful chandeliers. It's a medical spa. Can you explain a little bit how this stands out and why it's different than the other spas around town?
Yes, well, our address is 30 Benchmark Road, Suite G2, and this place has been a hair salon for about 30 years. So I think almost everyone in town who does hair has worked in this space at one time, and almost everyone in town has been here at one time to get their hair done. And so when I bought it a couple years ago, I renovated the space, added a big, beautiful treatment room. I was tired of working in little treatment room, so I built a really big one that could house all of our new equipment, our lasers, the hydrofacial, the cryotherapy for fat freezing. We have lymphatic compression massage, a pantsuit that hopefully you'll see later, and I just needed a lot more space, but we still have 2 smaller treatment rooms, one that you're really familiar with. We do spray tans and waxing and facials, and then another room that I'm so excited about and which distinguishes us from any of the other spas in the area is it's the medical side of things that we offer. So we do Botox, filler, Kybella.
Well, and I know that you have a really special room, the consultation room, and it is stunning, so exciting. And something you were telling me a little bit about that's so neat and different is anyone that comes in here, you can take a before and then an after picture of the different things that you've had done to you to see the process and how it's actually working.
Yes, it's a very special camera. It does skin analysis.
Wow.
So you put your head inside a frame, and it'll take a series of 3 pictures, and it analyzes inside of your skin. And when we look at the pictures, you can see where your sunspots are, where you're dehydrated, where your fine lines and wrinkles are. And so we store that information, and then we'll get you on a program and packages that we can do a series of treatments, and we'll recommend some of these products here. And what this camera is going to help show our guests is the before, and then say if they come back in 3 months.
Right.
Did that really do anything for me? That treatment or that eye cream or skin firming, are my wrinkles going away?
Right.
You know, how does my filler look or my Botox look after a couple weeks? So looking very closely through that camera and saving those photos and then doing another set of photos and comparing them back to back. And that makes us special because no one else is doing that with that kind of software that really analyzes it.
That is so awesome. And I think it's really cool too, because we were talking a little bit, men and women alike come in here. So it is a one-stop shop for men and women to come in and feel beautiful from the inside, well, outside in, I guess this time, because it's true, when you feel and look your best, I think that truly helps you, you know, to kind of glow from the outside and then bring that beauty inside.
Yes, we obviously have a lot of women in here, but what makes us special is that we do cater to men.
Yeah.
I do a lot of waxing, brows, ears, nose,
Yes.
but then we also get guys in for spray tans and skincare and facials, and with the medical spa side of it, they are more than welcome to come in and meet with our nurse and get Botox and filler.
So Nikki, I know something that you provide that is very unique to this valley is a lot of makeup services. And people sometimes think, oh, we don't wear makeup here in Vail, but not true. Glitz and glam, that's what I'm saying. We have red carpet events, we have galas, we have date nights where we just want to feel and look beautiful. So this is a service you do here, right?
Yes, and also weddings. And
Oh, wedding.
yes.
How could I forget?
The main makeup line that I carry is Jane Iredale, and
Okay.
it's called the skincare makeup. So for those of us who may be a little bit more granola, our makeup just can blend in naturally, but then we also can take it to the glam level for those red carpet events or for brides and her party.
And so, Nikki, do you do this? Is this something you could come to someone's home, or do they need to come in here because you have all the makeup I see? It's beautiful, and you have so much of it.
Yes, we can travel with it as well, but I'd love to have you come in and give you a makeover and take you through and make sure we find all the right colors. And Jane Iredale is a really popular brand that people from all over the country, they look at Jane Iredale website and they find us, and so when they're here in Vail, they can get stocked up on whatever they're running low on.
Well, I definitely will come in because I know winter to summer here, especially like my skin and with the spray tans you do for me, my skin needs different colors, different tones, you know, to put on my lips and my eyes and different foundations. So I'll definitely come in and check it out.
Yes, and one of the lines we carry, the Extreme Lashes makeup line,
Yes.
is safe for your eyelash extensions.
That is a good thing to know. I know many women in this town that would not want to tell this all the time, but there are lots of, yes, the lashes walking around.
Yes, and our makeup is safe for the lashes as well. And if you don't have lashes, we can get you some by using the Revitalash product.
And I love this too because Nikki and I are dear friends, and I know that you do this because it gives you a feeling of self-worth because you're making people feel beautiful. And I know some of the stories you've shared with me, and people genuinely have thanked you for helping truly turn around their lives by making them look good on the outside and feel better on the inside. And that's an amazing thing. That's really cool.
Well, it is part of my mission to help make the earth more beautiful, like one person at a time. And there's a lot of hurting people in the world today. And so when they come in and I get the privilege of laying my hands on them and touching them, it can be a very special experience. And to be able to provide some peace, comfort, relaxation, help with self-esteem, and that just reminds me of, all the young kids that I work with too, who, it's a tough world out there with social media and Instagram. And, I like to help people with acne, and my own children, have had issues with it and struggle. And we have a skincare line back here called Face Reality Skincare. And that's a series of treatments and great products. And also like our red light therapy and our acne light therapy are easy, painless treatments that people can have. And I do have really good numbing cream for some of the things that you might be a little afraid of for pain-wise, like the Procel microneedling.
Right.
I'll be working on someone and they'll say, I'm not feeling it. And I'm like, okay, I can go after you a little bit harder, but
Well, and this is so neat too because you just let me know that you do house calls as well, which is pretty special. So if someone's maybe not feeling the best version of themselves, maybe feeling really down, and they want to have this moment where they feel better and you make them feel better, you will physically go to their house. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we just got back from a house in Minturn with a mom with a new baby, which it's so hard to pack everything up and go have a treatment if she has a wedding coming up. So that's just an example. But then we have a lot of resort guests, and we're able to bring our services to the resort, the hotel, the condo, the apartment, the house, whatever. We can make it happen.
I love this. It truly is a one-stop shop, and I can't wait to get around and look at everything, and I'm so excited. Thank you, Nikki, so much for just telling us all about the amazing things that you do, and thank you for being you and making the world a better place.
Thank you, Gretchen.
And a more beautiful place.
Yes, one person at a time.
I love it. Keep it right here for more Glitz and Glam with Gretchen.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning. It's Thursday, March 14th. We've got a great show for you this morning. We've got our friends from Canella Coffee. They're going to be in here. We're going to chat with them, see what they've got new on the menu. We're going to finish up that key lime pie we started in hour 1 and take a look outside at that local weather. We got some great snowfall last night. See if there's any more in the forecast. Hour 2 of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Well, good morning. Welcome to the show. We've got a great show planned for you today, as I said in the opening, but there's a lot of things happening outside in the local weather. Great snowfall came in last night, just enough to give us some fresh powder out there on the slope, so a lot to get out there and have fun with. Getting up today, 26 degrees, a high today of 40 degrees, 60% chance of precipitation. Those winds are going to be somewhat mild out of the east, northeast, 10 to 15 miles an hour, so just be careful if you're out there, especially driving towards Denver over that pass or from Denver up to the mountains to enjoy some of that fresh powder. Could be a little gusty out there. Looking at Vail by the hour, things are going to warm up probably after that noon hour. Snow will taper off just a little bit, but we're going to see some more continuing throughout the evening. 34 degrees in snowfall in Denver, 40 degrees in Vail, 42 in Avon, and 44 in Eagle today, all with a high percentage of precipitation coming down in the form of snowfall. So we'll see some sporadic snow showers in and out throughout the day. Tonight, a low of 20 degrees, 40% chance of snowfall with some scattered snow showers throughout the evening. So a lot going on with that local weather, but we're going to look at this 5-day. Things are really going to start to heat up. We've got Friday, 45 degrees, 48 degrees on Saturday, 47 on Sunday. And then we're going to take a look into those 50-degree temperatures on Monday and Tuesday. But again, hoping for some more snowfall coming in on Saturday. So a lot of fun stuff going on out there. Looking at the snow report, we have got 5 degrees reported, or 5 inches rather, reported in Beaver Creek. 6 in the last 48 hours, 242 inches, 65 inches is that base depth over there in Beaver Creek. So again, staying good with that snowfall that's happening over there in Beaver Creek. Great base depth continuing to build up. 100% of the terrain in Beaver Creek open, 166 trails. Those lifts start spinning at 8:30 a.m. and there's 25 of them that'll be turning over there in Beaver Creek. Now over in Vail, we saw 5 inches overnight, 7-inch for the last 48 hours, 246-inch season total. That gets us back at that 67-inch base depth, and Kim and Ross just base it out with all about the base. 100% of the terrain open over there in Vail Mountain, 278 trails open, and that means 32 lifts are spinning in Vail, especially with some of that new snowfall. Lots of fun.
It's going to be great out there. I don't know if I'm all about that base, but so is Megan Trainor, so. I thought that was a funny joke, but apparently Kevin does not. But when you're out on the slopes, you want to make sure that you can see well, no matter the conditions. So we love Eyepieces of Vail and all that they have to offer to their patrons. Yeah, their art vision tagline, it kind of pairs right with our vision is precision out there on the slopes. And there's nothing better than Oakley. I mean, they've got just about every brand over there, and their experts at Eyepieces will set you up with the goggle that fits your lifestyle. Because there's a lot of people that do different things. And are you a fair weather skier to where you're not going to go out if the temperature or the weather isn't great? You probably don't need a multi-lens kind of goggle setup. It's true. But if you're out there and you're diehard and you don't care, you're going to need to switch in and out. But Oakley is just synonymous with great eyewear, whether it's glasses, whether it's goggles. That's true. And this is just a great setup right here. This has got the prism lens on it, so it really does detect a lot of the imperfections out there in the snow. It's got great ventilation up top and also a little added depth. So if you wear eyeglasses and you don't have a prescription lens, it fits underneath there without mashing the glasses against your head. That's true. So, and Oakley has over 600 patents on their technology for all of their gear and equipment. And so they're an industry leader when it comes to having really great lens quality and capability. I actually got to test some of them and demo some of the Oakley lenses this past weekend. And I tell you what, it was a game changer. It makes a huge difference. And if you really want to have fun out there, make sure you got the great eyewear. And again, a lot of these goggles now come with a great case, great thing to put them in, so no more stuffing them in your boot, no more putting them in an old sweat sock. Take care of these things, they'll last you forever. They really will. So Eyepieces of Vail, 8 locations across our valley and the Roaring Fork Valley. So get over there and get yourself some new gear because it's definitely time.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Max from TVA Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tvavail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Dog Tales is America's premier dog lovers magazine show. This series is all about dogs and the people who love them. Featuring dogs of all sizes, shapes, and breeds, keeping you up to date with all the latest news from the dog world. Sit back and enjoy a fun program for the whole family. Check your local listings and tune in to Dog Tales. TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
St. Patrick's Day is upon us.
It is upon us.
It's on Sunday, and so you're probably going to have a fun brunch with your friends and family, and you know, who doesn't like a mimosa?
I know I am. I'm going to have a mimosa, maybe two.
Maybe two.
Maybe get a little wild.
So in honor of St. Patrick's Day and all things green, we are making a shamrock mimosa. Have you ever had one?
I've not had one.
Well, it's very simple. It's orange juice and champagne.
Okay.
And then to make the mimosa green, you add a little blue curacao to it.
You know what I like best about this recipe?
What?
Is that I don't have to squeeze the oranges.
You know, it's too bad. I thought about it. You know, freshly squeezed orange juice in a mimosa. It's the best. But my favorite part about this is making a fun garnish to put on top of it.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to go ahead and get started. Have you ever made a rainbow garnish for your drinks?
Can't say that I have, Kim.
Well, all you need are these rainbow sour belts,
That's all
which
you
is
need.
great. All you need, and some marshmallows, because we
marshmallows.
are making marshmallows or a rainbow with the clouds. So
Okay, I noticed
see
you
if I
have
can
mini
get this open
marshmallows.
here. We got the mini marshmallows because
You
you
need
don't
a
want
knife
giant.
or a scissors?
Nope, we don't. I've got it right
Look at
here.
that. Okay.
But Kevin, are you an expert mimosa maker? I feel like he is.
I'm not going to say I'm an expert. I can get it done.
You can get it
Yeah.
done. You know, it's kind of really, there are exact measurements. You know, you do about 3 ounces of champagne, 2.5 ounces of orange juice, but it's really kind of what you want.
It's kind of almost a 50-50.
Almost a 50-50. So, Kevin, if you would do the honors,
Okay.
we would love to pop open our bottle of champagne.
Got it.
And he's the expert at the bottle opening.
Yeah.
Not saying anything.
Boy, that word expert just is flying around today.
It is. So while Kevin is getting that ready, I'm going to go ahead and get our rainbow sour belts ready for making the garnish for this drink. And it's so pretty and it's so much fun. But we'll make the drink first, and then we'll make the garnish, and we'll do a quick little cheers. So I would do about half and half orange juice to champagne.
Okay.
It really just depends on what you want to do. So we've got 2 fun champagne glasses here.
Okay.
Kevin's going to go ahead
You've got
and
the finest Corbel.
the finest Corbel. You know, it is what it is. We're balling on a budget here.
Yeah.
That's how I like to look
So
at
we've got
it.
a sparkling wine rather than a champagne.
It's true. But when you're making a mimosa, I don't necessarily think it matters as much.
Look at the care and the love that goes into the pouring.
He's such an expert at the pouring. And then for the rest of our garnishment, we've got the mini marshmallows, and this is going to be the fun part. So while Kevin is pouring that, and you know, it's really half and half, whatever you choose to do with it.
Okay.
All right, looking great. Now, every mimosa, a classic mimosa, is always orange juice. And we definitely want to use orange juice for this recipe because we need to turn it green. So how do you make green? Blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow.
Or orange and yellow in this case.
Oh, for right now.
Looking good, smelling good. I love the smell of orange juice.
I do too.
You know, I'm ready for the weekend.
When it hits the bubbles, it just explodes and the aroma's fantastic.
It's true. And then you really just need to put about a splash of curacao. So it's really up to you. And I actually, while this is a blue liqueur, it's actually a citrus or an orange flavor.
Okay.
So that's why it goes really well in this drink.
So we're going to do a cap.
You do about a cap, a splash, a tablespoon, whatever you choose to do. And it, as you can see, it starts to turn it green. Put a little bit more. Depends on how green you want to make it look.
Oh, we're going to go green, my friend. We're going to go green.
Green. Looking
Look at,
great.
Oh,
you can,
look at
you
that.
can stir it up a little bit, and you can see right there we've got these cute little gold champagne glasses, because who doesn't want to get some gold at the end of the rainbow? Or in this case, in your champagne. If you wanted to make this even more fun, you can add the edible glitter to it. It's a great little drink if you're hosting friends and family.
The edible glitter, that sounds remarkable. Sure that digests well.
You can't really taste it. I'm sure it does. So we are making our rainbow garnishes.
Okay.
So all you have to do is take your toothpick, you stick one mini marshmallow on the end of it, and we're just gonna slide this in. And if you want to, you can kind of just break it in half so it really isn't too big of a rainbow.
Right.
So just like that, you can use scissors if you need to, but it's gonna be pretty easy. Slide this onto your toothpick.
Okay.
Just like that. Do you want to make one of your own, Kevin?
Yeah.
I think you should.
Love to.
I think you should. And then you're just gonna take your other end, just like that. Take the marshmallow. How cute is that?
Oh,
looks great, right?
Adorable.
It looks so great. Now, obviously, you want to make it a little bit more even, but you just kind of squeeze that together, and then we're just going to set it on top of
clever
of our champagne glass. And this is just a fun added twist. Make sure it stands up straight. There we go. Just a fun added twist to your champagne or your mimosa on this St. Patrick's Day morning.
Yeah, get the gold under that rainbow.
It's looking great. I mean, I'm ready. I'm festive.
I can tell. You're just amped up, ready to go.
I am. It's one of my favorite holidays, especially because red hair. I'm
really? You're
Irish? Nobody would ever guess.
Never,
right?
in a million years.
But yeah, it's a fun one. I really appreciate. It's just a fun culture, very.
You got a big ring. I got just this mini rainbow.
And, this is an arts and crafts project.
Not
so
raining
it's really
as hard over on my side.
It's your
of
own
the mimosa.
Your own interpretation of it.
Gotcha.
So
all right.
Looks great, Kevin.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Happy early St. Patrick's Day. Looking great. Tastes great too. Tastes nice and citrusy. So that blue carousel, you can definitely still taste the citrus in it.
Perfect.
Look at how cute that is. Thank you, Pinterest and Instagram, for sharing all of the ways that you can be festive on every holiday.
Yeah, line these things up. What a great thing.
It really is a lot of fun, and a lot of fun for your guests if you're hosting them. So we are going to head over to the commercial break, and we'll show you our pie a little bit later on in the show.
It's chilling.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley, and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
For fun and adventure, adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Good morning, Vail.
The pie's done.
Pie's done.
Happy Pie Day, Kevin.
Yeah, after squeezing 50 key limes, I'm going to have to call Dr. Viola over at the Stedman Clinic to redo the tendons of my fingers.
Or just go get a hand massage. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, we have our homemade whipped cream, and it was very simple to make. We did it with about a half a cup of powdered sugar. On top of that, about a tablespoon of vanilla, and then you put some heavy whipping cream in it, and you just mix it all together until it stiffens up or forms what we like to call peaks. And as you can see, it looks
those perfect
great.
peaks.
Look at this.
Like the peaks of a 14er.
The peaks of a 14er. We are a big fan of peaks here in Colorado. And this pie looks great. We've got we've let it cool, and if you really want it to set, you let it cool for about 3 hours in total. But either
Kind
way,
of needs that 3 hours to set up nice. We'll see what happens here.
It really does, but it looks good to me. You can see a little bit of that lime zest from all of the key lime pie that Kevin, or all the key limes that Kevin.
Now, if you want to use the word expert right now, as far as cutting the pie, that worked.
It really did.
Now you could probably zest a little.
You could if you wanted to, if you really wanted to get fancy with it.
But unfortunately, I've squeezed all of the key limes.
Well, it looks great to me. I'm sure it tastes wonderful.
Well, I'm going to find out.
Well, Kevin is going to find out.
You can talk, I will
while
eat.
he is finding out, we've got a wonderful segment with Out There Adventures. So as he takes a bite of that pie and enjoys it, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Out There Adventures.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. It's always great to sit and talk to someone who's a local here in the Vail Valley about all the outdoor adventures. I'm with Mike Closer, and Mike, people have called you a legend, an inspiration, and you've got a couple different companies that you do. You do the travel with your wife, and then you do Out There backpacks.
Yes.
Which, you design these backpacks for outdoor adventurers and outdoor enthusiasts, but you're much more than that. You've got a lot more going on.
Life has led me down many different paths, it seems, in 40 years or 40 plus years in the Valley. It just kind of evolves one to the next.
Yeah, mountain bike racing, and then you and your wife go outside of the U.S. to do bike tours.
Yes.
And you've got another project, though, coming up that's in conjunction with the Eagle County Animal Shelter down at the Riverwalk.
Yes, super excited. We've got Arthur the King, the movie coming out, starring Mark Wahlberg. He portrays an old racing friend, rival of mine, Michael Lindnord, who's actually from Sweden, and Mark portrays as an American in this. But regardless of that, it's a totally cool story. It's an actual true story, at least for Hollywood.
Right.
It involves Michael, or Mark in this case, befriending a stray dog during the middle of the race, and this dog ends up following them through the race. I don't want to give it all away because it's a really cool movie. But
spoiler alert.
Amazing story, true, and the fact that I became a part of it through my backpacks, which we supplied for Michael and his team over the years of his racing, was a big honor for me. And Mark Wahlberg, what a star. He is just, he's such a figure in Hollywood these days, and he loves these kind of personal interest, family type movies, stories.
Yeah, I mean, this must be really something special for an actor of his magnitude to come in and be part of. So it sounds like it's going to be an amazing production.
Yeah, honestly, I got a call from Michael about a little over 2.5, 3 years ago. regarding the possibility of this happening, and he was telling me about it. I was in Belize with my wife. We were on a little early winter excursion down there. Anyway, Michael was telling me the story and said, "You want to be a part of it?" et cetera, et cetera. I said, "Absolutely." But they never knew for sure if this was going to come to fruition, and Michael had written a book about it. Michael and the dog basically were national icons in Sweden because this story went global. ESPN did a special on it, like a 15-minute special talking about the whole story of rescuing the dog, et cetera. It was huge there, and Mark picked up on it with Michael and said, "Michael, I want you to come down and help me co-direct this."
So this is a 2-day event. Arthur the King movie premiere in Eagle County and the Eagle County Animal Shelter on March 15th and 16th. How did you partner then? Obviously there's a dog in the story, but the Eagle County Animal Shelter, what part are they going to play in this?
Well, they're going to play a part with hopefully having puppies on hand that they're hoping to bring in the next day or two, new puppies that need a home.
Yep.
And so when we were told about this coming to Vail, I reached out to Grant and his team, Frank, down there at Riverwalk, and said, "Hey, can we do something to help the community here as well as represent our products at the movie?" And he said, "Well, absolutely. What do you have in mind?" So we reached out to Rhiannon at the Eagle County Animal Shelter, and she said she'd love to be a part of it. We chose the first 2 nights to be present during their happy hour prior to the 7 o'clock showing of the movie. So there'll be 4 o'clock, a 4 o'clock movie as well, which will hopefully capture some of that audience as they're leaving. And we're going to be there with the Eagle County Animal Shelter between 5 and 7 p.m. on both Friday and Saturday evenings, the 15th and 16th of March.
Yeah, and Rhiannon, she's on the show a lot, bringing in a puppy, and they never last through the show. Someone adopts that puppy, and that's why they have a tough time keeping some puppies in, because it's such a dog-friendly valley that they don't last long. And so Rhiannon says she works with other animal shelters outside of Colorado to get animals in because we do such a great job.
Well, it's pretty amazing. I mean, it is a hugely animal-friendly community. I mean, every time I'm out on the trails, whether it's biking, running, skiing, it doesn't matter. They're there with the pets, and I become a big animal aficionado, fan because my kids both have pets now.
Yep. Okay, let's transition over to the backpacks because you've designed a lot of these out there backpacks. Let's look at one and see kind of what you've built into these.
Okay, so honestly, these packs were designed with adventure racing in mind initially because I was an adventure racer for a dozen or more years, raced in the Eco Challenge, the World Championships events, like the race that Mark is portraying in the movie.
Right.
Anyway, so these packs this is a 30-liter pack, one that they actually used, Michael did in his career of racing, and they used in the movie.
Okay.
And then I have the smaller 15-liter pack, which was designed for smaller, shorter legs and different disciplines or activities. So these aren't adventure racing specific packs. I tried to design them with a lot of features for a lot of different sports and activities. So anyway, that's the deal with these packs, and they're not the same color that they raced with in the movie, but essentially the same packs with just a few upgrades with materials, buckles, zippers, and so forth.
Gotcha. Now, where in the valley can someone pick one of these up?
Best place is to go online to outthereusa.com.
Okay.
Find the packs there, and so we have these are called the WC 15 and 30.
All right.
And that it means it's relating to the World Championships in which this movie revolves around.
Yeah, you can tell looking at that pack, there was a lot of thought in the design of that with the straps, the placements, the pockets, the zippers, and everything else. So great job.
Well, thank you. And I want to say, the idea with this whole event is we want to generate some revenue that we can donate a percentage of the proceeds to the Eagle County Animal Shelter and help them succeed in what their efforts are in the community.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we appreciate that. And that's what this valley is built on. People like you giving back to the community, doing things in conjunction, the Eagle County Animal Shelter, I mean, what a great organization as well. And those partnerships that really make the whole valley a success.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very excited for this.
So what's your next quest? Do you have a race coming up? Do you have anything happening?
Well, I'm actually going to go do the Hot Route ski trip in Switzerland in early April. My wife and I are going to go over in March and later this month.
Yeah.
And we're going to check out some of the hotels that we're going to be taking some of our trips to this summer. We got a couple new hotels, and we want to make sure they're up to the standards that our guests would expect.
Right.
So
Wow.
a little bit of a, you want to say, recon trip,
Yep.
and then some skiing on the hot route, which I've never done. It's been on my bucket list.
So the Out There Travel, is that a separate website that people can go for more information?
Yes, actually, they'll link together between our
Okay.
Out There USA backpack site, but it's Out There Adventure Travel. And
Awesome.
we've been doing this now for, I think this will be our 8th year.
Wow.
We go to Mallorca, the Pyrenees, the Dolomites. We're going with this first trip to Austria, Slovenia, the Alps there, where we've been before with a couple of trips. Just, Europe is nothing, one of a kind, nothing like it.
Yeah, great. Well, we look forward to this film premiere, Arthur the King. That is going to be March 15th and 16th, Riverwalk Theater in Edwards, conjunction with Eagle County Animal Shelter. If you need a puppy, looking for a puppy, a furry friend, that is going to be the place to go anytime, but they're going to be able to showcase it in conjunction with you. The movie, Out There, Backpacks, Out There Travel, everything in conjunction. Sounds like a great time, Mike.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Well, thanks for coming on. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
TV8 te brinda la mejor programación en español todos los días. Sintoniza Conexión Latina los lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde con repeticiones los fines de semana. Además, te presentamos nuestro nuevo programa Sabores y Creaciones, donde hemos juntado tus recetas y manualidades favoritas en un solo lugar los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Y por último, disfruta de Daily Flash Latino, con noticias y entretenimiento en tendencia los sábados a las 7 de la tarde. Te esperamos por el canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina, nuestro canal de YouTube TV8 Vail Good Morning Vail o nuestra página web tv8vail.com.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on Flash Deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Spooky and Scott Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. What a beautiful morning when you get up today. A nice blanket of snow out there and some more in the forecast. Getting up today, 26 degrees, still snowing outside, a high today of 40 degrees, 60% chance of snowfall throughout the afternoon, and then east-northeasterly winds at 10 to 15 miles an hour. So if you're driving up over that pass, just be a little careful with some of that gusty wind that may come across, blowing some of that new snow around the roadways. Looking at Vail by the hour, warming up a little bit about that 3 p.m. time frame, starting to cool back down. Again, those temperatures fairly mild, not getting too low. 34 degrees in Denver and snowfall, 40 degrees in Vail, 42 in Avon, and 44 in Eagle with some snow falling. Decent percentage out there, a 40% chance of snowfall throughout the afternoon. Things will taper off, but then this evening, 20 degrees is going to be the low, 40% chance of snowfall. We'll see some scattered snowfall throughout the evening to kind of add to that snowfall that we received last night. And again, those winds east-southeast, 10 to 15 miles an hour, so the possibility of some gusty winds, especially as you go up over that Vail Pass. Now looking at the 5-day, great temperatures out there, 45 and 48 degrees going into the weekend. St. Patrick's Day is going to be 47 degrees, mostly cloudy, but hopefully some fresh snow from Saturday to ski on. And then Monday, we're looking into the 50s with 50 degrees on Monday and partly sunny. Same thing on Tuesday, 51 degrees, partly sunny there. And those lows are not too low, all in the 20s. High 25 is going to be on Tuesday. So great temperatures out there, a lot of fun to be had, and get out there and enjoy. Speaking of getting out there and enjoying, Avisha Scarborough, who does our Vail Vibes segment, is out there in the community looking at what's going on for you this St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. There's a wonderful list of businesses here in the Valley. A lot of them are family owned, and sometimes you just got to take a little sweet break and get out there. And I've got Chef Gonzalez sitting next to me here from Sweet Mountains, Canela Coffee. You do all the fun things.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yes.
It's amazing to be here again.
We're old friends. We go way back.
Yes.
And I know the family so well. We all work together at
My
one
dad
time.
rock, yeah.
And so it was such a good time with the last time the whole family was here, and you were getting things ramped up. You brought in some sweet things for us to try, which were amazing. But what do you have going on now?
Well, right now we are gonna have surprises for this summer. We're gonna extend our hours. We're still inviting you, come on, to please come and visit us and try our signature drinks and our crepes and our sandwiches and salads.
Yeah.
Please come and gather.
Yeah, a lot of people now are working from home, so they have the ability to come in and they can sit in the shop and try some of those
Absolutely,
things.
we have Wi-Fi, cozy
Yeah.
place so you can work and do your stuff.
Now, I can hear people asking, where exactly are you located? How do people find you?
All right, so we're in Inigo in 228 Broadway Street,
Okay.
next to Wells Fargo.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
got
so
it.
right there, a
All
cute
right.
little spot.
Now, you mentioned some of the signature drinks. Let's start there. What are some of your most popular?
The popular right now is Café de la Olla, which is a brew coffee spiced with Mexican brown sugar, which is called piloncillo,
Okay.
and also with star anise and cinnamon,
Okay.
which is canela.
Oh,
That's why I use our name, canela.
That's Canela Coffee.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, how about some of those sweet treats and sandwiches? So what, from a sweet side, what do you have to offer?
Sweet sides, we have sweet crepes. The crepes are a must.
Okay.
We have dulce de leche, we have chocolate, Nutella, all these amazing, combinations.
Right.
And for pastries, the bestseller carrot cake. And we also have this beautiful chocolate abuelita, which is chocolate abuelita is like a Mexican powdered chocolate that I use for my pastries. Bestseller.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And now you mentioned sandwiches, because it's not just all about breakfast. What do you have for sandwiches?
Sandwiches, we have this amazing, it's called the Italian sandwich, and it has all these, like salami, bresaola, nice cheeses, and pickled onions. Chef Rocky,
Yeah.
it's been,
Well, I
working
know.
on it.
I was getting ready to say, I know Rocky really well, and you're the chef, but how do you keep him out of your business, or do you guys flow together?
Oh, we flow together.
Yeah?
We're a family. We love each other. We support each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Mhm.
Yeah, so on the specials for coming up this summer, is it going to be some things that are a little bit lighter than what we've seen in the wintertime, or what kind of special surprises do we have?
Absolutely. We have lighter flavors. We have surprises with pastries. I'm going to be away for a little bit because I'm going to go staging somewhere else to learn new techniques.
Where are you going to go?
I may go a little bit to Portugal and then
Okay.
to Vegas.
Nice.
I know.
All
Yeah.
right.
I cannot tell more because it's a
secret.
It's a secret. It's a huge secret.
But when you
it's,
get back, we want you
yes.
here so we can do the reveal of where you've been.
Absolutely, yeah.
Chef Gonzalez, and we'll chart where you've been around
Yeah.
around the globe,
Around the
learning
globe.
all of your new things. Now, so how did you get started in all of this?
Okay, so my family and I, we came here to this valley like 20 years ago. I went to high school, college, and then I decided I want to do a culinary journey. So I went to LA, to Le Cordon Bleu. I studied there. I did all my, my culinary journey there. And then I started working for Chef Thomas Keller, Bouchon Bistro in Beverly Hills.
Yep, I know Thomas very well, and I know his brother Joseph. We all opened a restaurant in Las Vegas together. Yeah.
So he's an amazing chef. He's like, for me, I'm his fan. I learned so much from him. And then after that, I came here to the valley. I started working at Lexport, at Sweet Basil, Nobu, at Chef Matsuhisa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started learning, and you never stop learning.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, when you're a chef, you're an artist, and you're just constantly creating and refining and doing things that are different because, like you said, you're coming up with some surprises, and the way to get people through the door is to be unique, be different, and I can't wait for us to reveal what those surprises are going to be.
Yes, I'm very excited. Hopefully, it's a moment to grow, and I'm so happy, and it's gonna be for
Yeah. Now, what
to
influence did Rocky, your father, have on your career?
He's such a hard worker person, and he's just like, just be consistent. If you like something, if you want to pursue a dream, go for it.
Yeah.
Yes, just go for it.
And we mentioned earlier that I worked with Rocky for a long time. I think it was about 12 years ago, and we worked together probably 5 or 6 years. And I know when he's behind the line and he can do breakfast, lunch, dinner, and he was out there a lot by himself making things happen at a resort, and just an amazing person behind the line. But even though he's doing big volume, still that creativity came through, and I wondered if some of that came off to you.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I learned so much from him. Yeah, it's just like, when you have somebody like that in your family, like I love him. I just learned so much from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And he's fun.
Okay, so where exactly are you located again?
So we're 228 Broadway Street in Eagle.
Okay, so right on the main street.
Right on the main street. It's a cute little spot. You see Canela Coffee Shop.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, everybody, you got to get out there, try some of these things, and stay tuned, because when Chef Gonzalez gets back from her little journey, we're going to have her back in to kind of reveal some of those special surprises, and then maybe some new techniques that she learns that we all get to taste and enjoy.
Absolutely. I'll be so happy to come back. Yes.
Chef Gonzalez, thank you for sharing your time with us
Kevin.
today.
I love it.
All right.
Yes.
Get out there, enjoy some of the sweetness, some of the wonderful flavors of Canela Coffee, Sweet Mountain, with Chef Gonzalez and her family. Go in and say hi. It's a family affair, and they do such a wonderful job. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Snooki and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
More than ever, kids need information to help them better understand their surroundings and to better protect themselves. Each week, this program works with the various law enforcement agencies across the country and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, spotlighting several missing cases, hoping someone, like you, might have information that will lead to finding these individuals.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
We're back. Kevin, you are just a rock star in everything that you do.
Oh, well, thank you, Kim. Gosh, I'll pay you later. What do I owe you, $5?
In the kitchen, an expert interviewer, but not only that, he's got so much going on.
Yeah, well, over at the Grand Hyatt Vail, a lot of things happening over there. A lot of things happening here in the Valley with, we're in the midst of spring break. We're on the home stretch of ski season. So just trying to get through all that. A lot of visitors right now. It's funny, throughout the month, there's different types of people that come in to the Valley. So right now I've got a lot of Midwest spring breakers in. Families coming in to enjoy, especially some of that fresh snow we just got out on the mountains. And then also some of the new culinary delights that we've got there at the Grand Hyatt Vail. And you got to come to the grand opening of Makoto.
Makoto was incredible. We got to see him fillet a giant, was it a tuna?
It was a tuna.
It was a tuna.
Yeah.
It was so good. But I tell you what, it's such a beautiful location from Makoto to the hotel itself. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's funny, when you think of a restaurant, a lot of the times the food always takes center stage. But in this case, the design of the restaurant itself, not a huge restaurant. We've got about 125 seats, but the design, a lot went into the look, the feel, the appearance, and then with the culinary delights that Makoto turns out from behind the line there, absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And some of my favorite dishes, you've got the crispy tuna, which is absolutely incredible.
To die for.
The truffle salmon is another amazing one to kind of start off with. And then ramen noodle. The ramen noodle bowl is incredible, just so flavorful. I mean, you think of a ramen noodle bowl, you get into this thing and the flavor profiles and the depth of the sauce is absolutely incredible. And not to mention all your favorite sushi dishes, whether it's make, sushi, or some of your favorite rolls.
He's such an expert, and just to echo what you mentioned about the aesthetic of the restaurant, it's sleek but intimate, perfect lighting, and it's got this gorgeous patio that when the weather is better, it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, when we open up the doors on the terrace area, you can hear Gore Creek going by. The jogging and biking path is right down below. So, it's just a really cool feel. So all your five senses are really going to be lit up while you're sitting there enjoying some wonderful, wonderful Japanese food.
I love it. And ramen. I lived in Los Angeles, and the best ramen in the world, in my opinion, or at least in the U.S., is in Los Angeles, and we have yet to have a good place here. I think that that would rival that.
We're going to do
very
it.
excited.
And I've talked about the food. The cocktails are absolutely incredible too. All the different cocktails that we have. We're working on a special gin and tonic that's actually got a sake infusion in there.
Interesting.
So we're working on the profile of that right now. Hopefully we'll have that out in the next week or so. I know Chef Makoto just left last week. He's going to be back next week to kind of work on a few things there, but the team is really orchestrating behind the line very, very well. Right now, last night we were sold out. Tonight I haven't really checked what the reservations are, but we definitely encourage making reservations if you come in because the place has been packed.
I believe it. To me, it's the hot new restaurant in town, and it's definitely above and beyond, and one of my favorites. And
it's nice because we've got so many great establishments here in the Valley. Whether you want a great cocktail or a wonderful meal, there's so many wonderful places. And I don't like to say we're better than somebody else because everybody out there is doing a great job. We all work together. We're all in the hospitality industry, just trying to raise the bar for those guests that are coming in. Again, when I was talking with Chef Gonzalez earlier, it was about being creative and introducing new things in. And that's kind of what we do here in the Valley. And that's what keeps our visitors coming back. We don't want them to experience the same things time and time again. We keep it interesting.
It's true, and I have obviously my favorites, but Makoto is added very quickly to the top of the list. It's just a wonderful place to be, for sure.
Yeah, most people are here in town, 4 to 5 days, and so make Makoto part of your trip. I mean, there's a bunch of dining options, but carve out one day to experience Makoto. They are open for lunch, so they open up at noon and go through dinner, close at 10, but there's a great après if you want to come in. We're probably going to introduce some music coming up, so we've got a little acoustic guitar player that's going to play for some après ski, But great experience.
It really is. And not only is the restaurant incredible, but Chef Makoto himself is just a humble guy and just so nice to speak with. I got to interact with him briefly.
He is a celebrity chef, and he gets so upset. He goes, "Kevin, I'm not a celebrity chef." I go, "My friend, you are.
You are.
You are. Just soak in it and enjoy."
And to know that we are blessed with his namesake here in the Valley, it's just incredible.
Right.
It really is. So any other fun things happening with the hotel that we should be aware of?
Just people coming in and out. We've got the Topgolf Suite. There's a lot of additions that we're bringing online. Again, like Chef Gonzalez with Canela Coffee. We got to keep it under wraps for now, but we'll be doing a big reveal here in the next few months.
Awesome. Well, Kevin, I love working with you on the couch, but I also love knowing all of the cool things in the community because you have the pulse of the entertainment and hospitality here in the Valley. And so I always get all of my tips from Kevin.
Yeah. And speaking of out there in the community, so again, Avisha Scarborough, we got to put an AirPod on her to find out where she's at. She's out there in the community, and she's going to show us everything that's going on this weekend.
So lots happening. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the Vibe Report with Avisha. This is where I tell you all about the exciting happenings around town. This Saturday and Sunday, there will be live music at Gambit Bar, Shakedown Bar, Park Hyatt Beaver Creek, the Weston Riverfront, and the Revel Lounge at the Hive. This Sunday is St. Patrick's Day, and there will be celebrations all over town, including at 2nd Street Tavern in Eagle and at Chasing Rabbits, where they're having their Luck of the Irish après event. Alpine Art Center is having their St. Patty's Cupcakes and Clay event, where you can sculpt a St. Patty's Day gnome while enjoying cupcakes. Visit alpineartcenter.org for registration info. If you're into adventure, check out Journey to the Summit in Eagle for a full day of activities, including a snowshoe hike, a cold plunge and sauna experience, and a panel discussion with renowned experts Devin Levesque, Dr. John Kadrowski, and William Walker on the mindset it takes to climb Everest. This event takes place on Saturday, March 16th at 8 a.m. More info is at natureninja.co and also at the Nature Ninja Eventbrite page. Also on Saturday morning is the annual Kruger Family Shamrock Shuffle. Taking place on the Vail Nordic Center trails, the event includes 2 race categories, snowshoes and running. Check out vailrec.com for more information. Nature Discovery Center will have their guided snowshoe tour on Vail Mountain, and more info can be found at walkingmountains.org. On Sunday, the Eagle River Presbyterian Church will have a special screening of the film The Paradise Paradox, which is an in-depth look at the mental health crisis that has been sweeping America's mountain towns. It's produced by Olympian Bodie Miller. That's it for this weekend's Vibe Report, friends. Be sure to follow the Vail Vibes TV8 Instagram for more info, and as always, spread the good vibes.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. A lot of great things happening, obviously, out there in the valley for St. Patrick's Day. But let's take a look at that local weather. 26 degrees getting up today, a high today of 40 degrees, 60% chance of snowfall, kind of intermittent throughout the day. Again, those winds are going to be east, northeast, 10 to 15 miles an hour, so the possibility of some gusting winds coming up across the roadways. Looking at Vail by the hour, things warming up around that 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock hour, and then starting to cool off this evening. I-70 corridor, we got some snowfall, 34 degrees in Denver, 40 degrees in Vail, 42 degrees in Avon, and Eagle is showing 44 degrees. We've got tonight, lows are going to be 20 degrees, 40% chance of some showers, so we'll have intermittent showers throughout the evening. Look at this 5-day. Can't get any better than that. A lot of great things going on there. We've got 45 degrees on Friday. Saturday, looking for some more snowfall coming in, and then looking at a peak of the 50-degree temperatures moving into next week. So the more the merrier when it comes to some of those snowfall inches that are coming on. I mean, again, the resorts reported, 7 to 6 inches in the last 48 hours. We love it.
We do.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, next week that's tracksuit weather.
It is, yeah, 50 degrees. I mean, we're going to be having a good time, but we'll get enough snowfall to sustain through, provide some of that spring skiing that everybody wants.
Let's go. Bring on the spring skiing. We want to definitely extend our season at least to closing day where it's good, but I'm ready for not having to layer up all the time.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow we've got a great show too. We're going to be out and about, so don't forget to tune in. We'll be back tomorrow with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to